channel. Today I kind of got into the mood of vlogging, and I saw a lot of pregnancy tags out there from lots of mommies, and so I thought that I would do one. And you know, I haven't done like any like week-to-week updates or anything like that, and so I think that this will be a good way to sort of be updated on how my pregnancy has been going thus far, and answer some fun questions along the way. So I have the questions down here, so I'll be looking down to read them. We are gonna go ahead and get started. So let's see. Number one, how and when did you find out you were pregnant? So we found out on Valentine's Day. If you want to know about how we told people, you can go ahead and I'll link that below. We found out Valentine's Day, and I just took a pregnancy test at home, and by the time that I took it, I basically already knew that I was pregnant. I took it super late. I took it like 5 days after my missed period, because I didn't think that you could take the test until like a week after your missed period, and then I found out that that's not true. You can take it beforehand. I didn't know that. How did you feel? We were so excited. We had been trying to get pregnant for a while and it didn't happen overnight by any means, and so we just felt very lucky and very blessed that we were able to get pregnant, and just so excited for it. How old were you? I was 26, and I'm still 26, and I may still be 26 when I give birth, but maybe 27, depends on when he comes. How did you tell your partner? So the same day. So like I said, we basically already knew that I was pregnant. Like if we hadn't been pregnant, it would have been kind of weird. But we, I think we left work on like Thursday, and I told him if I don't get my period tomorrow, I'm gonna go buy a pregnancy test, and that's exactly what we did. So I think I was more excited to like let him know that I had the potential of being pregnant. But by the time that I already peed on the stick, we knew when we were just excited. It was just sort of confirming what we basically already knew. Did you wait 3 months to tell people? Why or why not? So again, I'll link the video down below how we announced to several people that we were pregnant. But yes and no. So with my mom and his parents, we told the same day, and actually all of sort of our immediate family found out on the same day that we found out, because we were just really excited to share the news with them, and we felt like, should something go wrong, we would be able to handle them knowing that. And I think that's really why people wait, right? In case you miscarry and you don't want to have to deal with the pain of miscarriage with everyone else in the world that you might have told. And so we were definitely very weary. I worked as a school teacher, and I did not tell my students until 3 months for sure had gone by, because I really didn't want to share something like that with them and then have something go wrong. And then with our friends, we sort of we waited as long as I could, but we actually happened to go visit a lot of our friends sort of when I was about almost 3 months pregnant. We went to go visit them. We took a road trip, and so we took the opportunity to tell a lot of our close friends back in Idaho, and so that was a lot of fun. So it kind of just depended, on the people. Is this your first? Yes, this is my first pregnancy ever, and also my first child. Do you want more? Yes. But when? Who knows? I have no idea. So that's kind of a funny question to ask someone who's pregnant. Like, I don't know, let me have one first. Your biggest craving. So I haven't had any weird cravings yet. I think I've just liked things that I don't normally like crave, or you know what I mean, but nothing out of this world. So I'm really loving maple bars right now, and I'm not a very big donut eater normally, so I try to keep my donuts at bay, because I'm gaining weight obviously because you're pregnant, but I don't want to necessarily gain weight by eating donuts. One time I really wanted corn chowder. When do I eat corn chowder? I never eat corn chowder. So I went to the cupboard. Of course, I don't have anything to make corn chowder with, nor do I know how to make it. Like, this is not a food I eat. It's not a weird food. I just don't eat it. And so I went to the cupboard. I found a can of corn, and I was like, this will have to do. So I drained it and I put it in a bowl, and then I thought it'd be great to add something to it because, you know, it tasted really plain, and I happened to have guacamole in the fridge, and so I put a ton of guacamole in my corn, and so I ended up having this weird corn guacamole cereal type thing, and it was so delicious. Like, I loved every second of that bowl. It was nothing weird, but I guess it's a little bit weird. Let's see. What is the best part of being pregnant? I think the best part is probably feeling the baby. You know, I'm actually 25 weeks today as I film this, and you know, I've been feeling the baby for quite some time now. I think I felt the baby back in like week 18 or something like that, and I love feeling the baby. You know, it only gets stronger and more frequent as the pregnancy moves on. And then it's also fun because now it's really starting to get to the point where Josh can feel the baby, and, you know, we can sort of both share that. Also, like, you know, the excitement about having, you know, our first child here, that's really exciting. Seeing my belly grow is pretty cool. I think there's a lot of great things about being pregnant. The next question, though, is, what is the worst part about being pregnant? I hate to say this because I feel like I sound ungrateful, because I love being pregnant and I understand the blessing it is that I'm even pregnant. You know, I have lots of friends who unfortunately are going through infertility trials right now. But let's be real. For the first 3 months-ish, I never threw up, which is really great, but I also wasn't eating because nothing was good to me, and all the smells were disgusting. Things would make me gag. I just couldn't eat. And then not only that, but it's not like I was in the happiest mood, because normally, and definitely back then too, like if I don't eat, I get in a bad mood, right? And so I was just a hangry living mess, and so I didn't enjoy that one bit. And let's see, I don't enjoy the fact that I'll probably get stretch marks on my belly, but whatever. I don't know. And also sleeping has been really hard. Lately I have had sort of like insomnia, so I can't really go to sleep as, like, you know, when we go to sleep, and then I wake up in the middle of the night almost daily, and then like to use the restroom or something, but then it takes me a long time to go back to bed, or to go back to sleep once I'm in bed, and so that can be rough too. But I have to say, I mean, I'm naming some things that I think are difficult for pregnant women in general, but I've had a very easy, very healthy, very normal pregnancy so far. So knock on wood, that stays the same. We are doing good. Me and baby are both doing really good. So really, there's not a lot of terrible things about being pregnant. Do you have names picked out, and what are the stories behind them? So yes, we have a name picked out. A few people know the name, not very many, because I don't want people to yuck my yum, you know, before the baby's born. And people always have opinions, and so whatever, I just don't want to hear it. So yes, we have a name. I'll announce it once the baby is born. What is your... Oh, I skipped a question. Will you find out the gender? Yes, we did. We already found out the gender. If you want to see us finding out the gender along with everyone else, I'll also link that video down below. It was a lot of fun. My mom made us a cake, and then we found out with everyone else what we're having. We were very excited. We twinkled with the idea of being Team Green and not knowing, but we needed to know. What is your birth plan? So my birth plan is the following. I don't really have one, not because I don't care, but basically, so we are seeing midwives, and we are being treated by a midwife, and my insurance covers that quite nicely, so it's really perfect. It's an extension of the hospital. However, we will be having the baby within a hospital setting, and so, you know, my plan is to try to do this as natural and as best as I can with as little intervention that I can, but also have the best of the modern medicine world. And, you know, should anything happen, go wrong, my my blood pressure is high or whatever may happen, then I'm, within a hospital with, people who are trained to do sort of more emergency-like situations. And so that's why I don't feel like I have a birth plan, because I don't feel like it's a realistic thing to have something very set in stone, because you never know what could happen during birth. But I want to try to give me and the baby the best chance possible to try to have the baby as natural as I can, and then but be also, so I'll be in the care of midwives and things like that while I'm in the hospital, but I'll be on the same floor as obstetricians. So again, if something needs to happen, if I, for heaven forbid, need to have an emergency C-section or something like that, then they can get baby out right away, and I won't be like at home or at a birthing center where travel time might delay the needs of the emergency should one come up. But I'm praying and hoping that nothing like that happens. Will you breastfeed? Yes. Yes. Hopefully I have enough milk supply, and I will do everything in my power to change my diet, do whatever I need to do in order to supply my baby with breast milk, if at all possible. Do you plan to stay at home? Yes, and that's sort of, I kind of want to do a video on that, about why I'm staying at home. As I mentioned earlier, I was a teacher, and now I'm staying at home, and a lot of people, I think, in my personal life question the reasons why, and I don't think that that's a bad question. Like, they just want to know, they're just curious, not like how dare you, but more like, why is that? Will you make your own baby food? Yes, sure, absolutely, why not? And the last thing, do you have any nursery themes? Yes, we are going with a nautical theme, so exciting. My child is being named after a soccer star, and so I thought about doing like a soccer theme, but I then chose not to do that because it was just black and white, or have it be like the team colors, and I didn't want it to be like the team. I didn't want it to turn into something else. So we just decided to discard it all together. He's still being named after a soccer star, and that'll be awesome. And then we'll have a beautiful theme nursery, and then when we have that together, I'll probably do a video on that about how it turned out. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and again, I'll link the videos down below that I mentioned in this video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye bye.